It's Madden NFL 24, and the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Chiefs and the Vikings. All that and more coming up next.
Spread between 4th and 6th Streets in downtown Minneapolis. We welcome you inside spacious U.S. Bank Stadium. Today we've got a Week 5 matchup in store here, as it'll be the defending Super Bowl champions, the Kansas City Chiefs, taking on the Minnesota Vikings. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you look at this Vikings ball club. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for the visitors here, the Chiefs, we're in October now, so everybody should be coming into form, shouldn't they?
They really should, and what you have now is a full routine established about what you want to get done and full focus on the season.
The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. So here are the Vikings set to go to work, and they're... Now a play fake here on first down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. It was Myles Garrett that time who got in there and brought him down. A lot of talk the other day about them wanting to quiet this home crowd early and often. Very first play of the game, they do just that.
You're exactly right about that, because that's often a conversation when you go on the road and you travel. Hey, let's take the crowd out of it. What a great way of doing so by putting the quarterback on the deck.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Working out of the gun, Cousins. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So, Charles, defensively here, you're going up against a veteran quarterback. He's got a lot of know-how, a ton of savvy, but a guy who's not the most mobile of quarterbacks. What's the plan of attack?
You spend all week pumping up your defensive front. Your defensive tackles, your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that go after the quarterback the most, because you know that he's not going to run and beat you consistently throughout the game. You can rush more aggressively off the edge and even up the middle, because even if he evades you, he's not going to go very far. You have a lot more confidence going after him in the pocket.
So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that will bring up 3rd and 1. Cousins. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
How about that? Red man coverage, and decided to test them early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. So here are the Chiefs now backed up for their first drive. And they will be led out by the youngster, the rookie, their QB.
He had the numbers of a game last week that if you win, you talk about it being a gritty guy, managing the game, getting it done. But they lost. So obviously 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown pass, that's not going to be good enough. Got to get that changed around.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Toss right side to Pacheco. Oh, look at the juke. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. Big strides, look at him go. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Pat Freiermuth, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs are on the board first here this afternoon. Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. And his kick is good to make it 7-0 KC. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. On play action, Cousins. A throw out wide, going to be incomplete.
And that's the knowledge you gain from being in this league for a long time. He's learned the hard way when to give up and fight another down. And that's a smart move to throw it away.
On second down, Cousins again. That is caught by Josh Oliver, the former San Jose State Spartan. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Play action now, Cousins. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And this one is incomplete. Kadarius Toney is intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down. You look at this defense for the Vikings. They're a top 5 unit right now against the pass in the league. In fact, they sit at number 5.
And this is what we talk game inside the game. Top 5 passing offense versus top 5 passing defense. I wouldn't be surprised defensively if they change up coverages a bit more than usual to try and combat what they expect to see.
On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. A little juke, and he's got room. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
A good rip by Pacheco, and you have to go back to 1990 with Johnny Johnson with the Cardinals to find a rookie 7th rounder with more rushing yards than he had last season. The 251st pick out of Rutgers took over the KC backfield with 830 yards in 2022.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Able to hook up with Williams here on the out route. So the completion good for 7 there. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3. Vikings 8-yard line.
Back to throw. Throw left side, complete to Toney. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. They'll run here with Pacheco. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. 2nd and goal from the 1. Looking to throw. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Pat Freiermuth with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Chiefs lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man, in concert.
This taken in right around the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Cousins. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Charles, it is pretty rare that we see a team build this kind of lead in the opening quarter. And, man, they seem to be clicking on all three phases right there. The defense doing its part with a pick six.
And it's absolutely been the definition of a start that you would pick for yourself and for your team, right? And I have a feeling that they just want to stay in this zone. What's truly incredible about this start is they can add on a couple more scores. This one could legitimately be over in the second quarter.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. Taking it about the 1. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. And out now come the Vikings. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores. And I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Now Cousins over the middle and complete to Addison. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 21-0 our score after 1. Second quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football. The offense on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. To throw is Cousins. Oh, and this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Ryan Wright. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. The former Nittany Lion, Pat Freiermuth, ready to begin another drive with the rest of this offense. Well, September sure treated him kindly. Now we flip over to October. Any reason to think that those numbers drop, or can he keep the pace up?
Well, he can keep the pace up, but it's going to get a lot more difficult now. To me, it's a lot like baseball, all right? When guys, when they first hit the league, whether it's a pitcher or a hitter, and they go through the league the first time and they're hot, they're going, wow, what a phenom. Then they get tape on them, they get scouting.
Breaks the tackle, he's got room to run. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
And I feel a little bit like a traitor as a former defender because that big man did not want to go down and refused to go down. If you're a defender and you don't get the right angle on a big tight end like him, he can run right through.
And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 57 yards. And the Chiefs are able to widen their lead here in this first half.
And remember, partner, that's a rookie quarterback back there. Apparently, he's getting the hang of this NFL thing pretty quickly.
Have 3 touchdown passes. You're right, he looks comfortable. What are they doing? Anything in particular?
Well, they keep talking about making sure they're giving him plays that fit his talents and also maybe shrinking the playbook a little bit. They did tell us that. Bottom line, he's really good.
Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And the first play of the drive goes to McKinnon. Shoves him aside. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's second down and 8.
The 45-yard line.
Cousins now. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Looking underneath, and he finds McKinnon. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th. And here's Ryan Wright now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. The ball back to the Chiefs and Isaiah Pacheco. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. 25 yards that time.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
Now it's 2nd and 10. They're going to look to throw. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed, because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes. Give him credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. So here are the Chiefs to take over. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. They'll start the drive here with Pacheco. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
7-yard line. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Here's Pacheco once again. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 65 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. They'll look to throw here. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. 2 yards still to go. 3rd down now. They'll set up to throw. Able to find Gray here. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4.
At the 35-yard line.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Oh, a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And the Vikings are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
Cousins now on 2nd down. Slant route, and he's got Addison. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy. Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively, or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Isaiah Pacheco and the offense back out. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. 2nd and 2. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs first down.
16 yards. And the first down, Chiefs.
So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you, too, in just a bit. But first, let's get...
Well, we'll move right through the break then, skipping halftime and back to the field for the start of the second half. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3.
And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball. I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
And they brought the pressure there just right up the gut, didn't they?
Yeah, they certainly did. And, you know, when you've got so many different responsibilities as an offensive line, you got to deal with the nose tackle, the 2 defensive tackles or ends, and then sometimes you just can't account for everyone. The linebacker slipped free.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. They'll set up a throw.
They'll check this one down to Pacheco.
Only able to gain a couple there. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
And it's 3rd down.
He'll look to throw. And going deep for Hill. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Chiefs open the lead up to 34-0. Well, partner, I mean, if anybody was still questioning whether or not he had an NFL caliber arm, I think you can toss that right out the window. That was a heck of a throw right there.
I would agree totally. Question it no more. This rookie, big-time throw right there. Great poise, stepped up, trusted he could lay it in there perfectly, and he knew that his guy was going to make the catch on the other end. Nice collaboration.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And that makes this 35-0 now. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. A first down throw for Cousins. And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second.
2nd and 17 at the 18-yard line.
Throwing is Cousins. Finds his tight end Oliver here outright. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Cousins to throw it.
That's to the sideline and incomplete.
Well, this is just a continuation of what we saw in the first half. So much for the fresh start to begin the 3rd quarter. Still off-target throws, no rhythm throwing the football, and obviously no touchdown scored in this game.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. The Chiefs offense and Tyreek Hill heading back out onto the field. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 39-yard line.
Headed straight, it's Pacheco.
And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line.
87 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Gain of 6. First down, Kansas City.
On first down, they go back to Pacheco.
And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Again, it's Pacheco. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
Pacheco gets it up the gut.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. Back to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
A 54-yard attempt.
And he missed it. It's no good. But that's just a minor blip here in what's been a thoroughly dominating performance. Now listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their backgrounds. They were all county, all state, at other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
Cousins now from the 50.
Over the middle and complete to Wilson.
And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Cousins on first down.
Throw to the right, hauled in by Addison.
And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
And from the 34, here's 2nd and 4.
At the Chiefs' 34-yard line.
Play fake. Cousins. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. The Kansas City defense tough to throw on there. And now it's 4th down. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense, they spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
Well, that's another mistake there on the drop pass on 4th, and we've seen him do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. Pacheco gets it and tries the left side.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Back to throw here.
They'll set up the screen to Pacheco.
And he is across midfield from 149 to the other 49, a gain of just 2.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's a 2nd and 8. Hill going to go in motion right. He's going to handle it on the touch pass.
And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
They'll try for the first with Pacheco.
And this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
Well, ultimately, not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And now out comes Minnesota.
At this point, partner, things looking pretty bleak. They still haven't scored here in the fourth quarter, facing the big deficit. What silver linings, what can they look to do here offensively?
You know, it's funny, I talked about this with a coach in the offseason and kind of had this scenario, like what feels good to you and what feels good to your team. You're down big. You really have like 1 possession left, and you're trying to put points on the board that don't matter. But do they? And he told me they actually do matter. And in this situation, he's going to try and run the best offense he can run to have at least a little bit of confidence to take away from that game. So right now, they're going to try their best to get something up on the board and not get shut out.
3rd and short yardage, Cousins. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
And here's Ryan Wright now
as he's on to punt for Minnesota. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. A 40-yard punt, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Tyreek Hill making his way back out towards the huddle. Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that now.
And as we analyze how he's getting him, that's where it really becomes fun because, let's face it, they keep sending coverage at him, keep trying to put the pressure on, yet he finds ways downfield and finds openings. That's a really crafty receiver.
At the 25-yard line.
A play-action fake. They'll look to throw.
A short one there to Freiermuth.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
And it's 3rd down.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
Now he's loose again.
And finally taken down at the 34. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
On the handoff, it's Pacheco. And Marcus Davenport, former Saint, in on the stop there. Ball at the 33, 2nd and 9. A handoff now for Pacheco. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
They're going to look to throw. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 13.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Hill. And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. 8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down.
Running left to give to Pacheco.
And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. Now Harrison Butker for the field goal try. A 33-yarder from the left hash. Butker's kick here is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Cousins now. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
A 2nd down throw for Cousins. He finds McKinnon, complete. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 31-yard line. Cousins again. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under.
And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it all culminates in a touchdown for Minnesota.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. And Kansas City's offense now set and ready to go. They're in control here as they start 1st and 10 and appearing to have righted the ship following that 2-game losing streak. Here's Pacheco to begin the drive.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Pacheco gets it again on 2nd down.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. That 2nd down play nets a -4. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
Here's the Chiefs punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And taken right at the 35.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for the Chiefs, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
season of NFL football is here, and we're off in 2023 on EA Sports. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So the Charger offense making its way out, and at the controls is the league's second leading passer a year ago. At 25 years of age, out of Oregon, it's Justin Herbert.
The Chargers just continue to improve and take steps forward under the quiet leadership of Herbert, who's been the most productive quarterback in league history through his first 3 seasons. Over 4,700 yards last year. He's expecting to crack the 5,000-yard mark in this season.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now it's Herbert. And his throw here's incomplete. That time trying to find Gerald Everett. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield.
Buried behind the line by Christian Wilkins.
On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away.
And here's Rodgers on the return.
43 yards on the punt, return of 4.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
So out comes this offense to take over for the first time.
They will be led out by the 6-foot lefty from Alabama. It's Tua Tagovailoa.
His ability to adjust on the fly is almost unmatched in the game right now because it leads to a couple of snaps per game. You just sit back and ask yourself, how did he pull that off? Opponents can practice and prepare each and every week all they want. But this guy, he is hard to corral.
Tagovailoa to throw on 2nd down here.
Man open, that's Anthony Schwartz.
Well, partner, that's the start that you want right there. And you know he spent the entire offseason throwing hundreds, I'd probably say thousands of passes, getting ready for that moment. The first throw of the new season. He's dreamed about it, thought about it, and now it's out of the way.
Yeah, 1 for 1, a lot more to go. That nice pickup of 17 yards. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Tua going to throw. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle 3rd of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. Tua to throw again. They complete it to Hill. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Here now a 3rd down and 8.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. Looking to pass. Tua. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds.
2nd and 3 with the ball sitting on the 5.
Going to the air. Tagovailoa. And he will throw this one out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. And again, it's Tagovailoa. And it's caught. Touchdown. Tyreek Hill. A 5-yard touchdown.
And the Tigers are on the board here first in the season opener.
Jason Sanders now for the extra point. And he's 1 for 1 on the new year as his kick is good. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told.
And it ends with a touchdown pass to Tyreek Hill. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
The Chargers get set to go here for their 2nd drive.
And one of the things we like to hit on every year are the new rule changes. And we got a few for 2023. A lot are procedural, having to do with deadlines and roster construction and such. But the 2 kind of caught my eye, Charles. What is the option to fair catch a kickoff and have it come out to the 25 like it does in college? You like that?
I don't like it at all. I don't like it in college. I don't like it in the NFL. I want to have something different, and I really wanted the special teams coaches to be a little bit more involved. But I do understand why the league is doing it. They believe it promotes safety, and it's hard to argue against that.
What about, this is the other one, guys can now wear the number 0. We've already seen some make the switch, Calvin Ridley, DeAndre Swift, Braxton Berrios, amongst others.
Yeah, and you know something? When you see those guys make that move, I don't mind that at all right? A little more expressionism for these guys. I love it. I just think we didn't go far enough. What about double 0, like Jim Otto used to wear or Kenny Burrow used to wear? Let's add that back to the NFL jerseys.
Here's J.K. Scott set to do the punting honors. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37.
To his throw, caught by his receiver, Hill.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
Achane on 1st and 10.
A nice little juke. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
16 more on that one and another first down. Achane here. They stay on the ground.
This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
And he'll be close to a first down at the Charger 16.
Here now, 3rd and a yard.
Off of play action, Tagovailoa.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
Achane now up the middle.
And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. And it's caught. Touchdown. Tyreek Hill. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend.
And the Tigers are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now 14-0. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line. Possession switching back now to the Chargers.
They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And his throw is incomplete.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Herbert will give this one to Eckler.
And some space here. There he goes, right side.
Inside the 10.
And all the way in for a Charger touchdown.
Austin Eckler.
64 yards.
And the Chargers have got it back to within a score.
They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, This game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us.
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
On first down, Tagovailoa. Short pass to Howard. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
On second down, a run by H.A.
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Second quarter now, it's Brooklyn in possession. And this offense on third down today, no problems to this point. A perfect 5 for 5. Here it's 3rd and 2. That is caught, and they can't bring him down. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. Might want to remember that third down play, 37 yards.
Now this offense in midseason form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10.
Here's Tua.
Got an open man at Schwartz.
And down inside the 15 he goes.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Tua sets up to pass it. His throw incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Tua wants to throw it on second down. Completes it to the tight end, Smythe. The broken tackle could not free him as he's brought down at the 10-yard line. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Now Tua. And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's one he definitely normally catches. 4th down. Sanders' kick is good, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
From his end zone, here's Darius Davis. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10.
Open man is Palmer. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches.
Herbert. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. Herbert now. He's got his man. That's Everett, the tight end. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Got his man. It's Williams. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it's 2nd down. Back to throw here, Herbert. They have 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps him inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
Oh, good return up past the 30. And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. Tyreek Hill making his way back out towards the huddle, making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but he's shredding defenses, getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Tua going to throw. Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Short pass to Howard, and he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. Jake Bailey on now to punt here on 4th down. And the rookie Darius Davis deep for the Chargers. And a fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Chargers will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 13. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Open man, it's Palmer. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
On first down, Justin Herbert. It's caught on the right side, Williams. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Eckler now between the tackles. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of first downs, and here a loss of yardage. Here's Herbert now on 2nd down. He'll drop this one off to Eckler. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for L.A. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Rodgers to return it. Pushing his way through. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. Tua now on first down. And he couldn't get that one to his man. Short of him, it's low and incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming on 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue.
Hyde has got it. Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10 at their own 46. He'll hand off here to Eckler, and he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7. At the
From the 50, here's Herbert. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down. The Chargers on third down, not good, 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Now it's Herbert. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. Here's J.K. Scott now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And that will bounce out of bounds before they can get a return going. Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
2nd down and 4.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And yet again, it's Howard with a catch. A 6-yard pass on back-to-back plays. Picks up the first. Now a timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Meanwhile, Tua's throw is taken in by Waddle.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
2nd and a couple.
Here's Tua. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a first down. Instead, it's 4th.
Here's Jake Bailey now.
Returnable here for Davis. 39-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Chargers in good field position to start out. 1st and 10 at their own 44. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Now the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
Herbert's throw taken in by Palmer.
Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts, so that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. He finds his target, Allen. 4 seconds left, and there's the timeout. In field goal range and a chance to tack on 3 before intermission.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
And his kick is good. And that will cut this lead back down to 4 now. It's 17-13.
So they are able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
So
it looks like we'll have to wait another week to get our first halftime report of the season as we move right along to the second half.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback.
Setting to throw on 1st down is Tua. Gets this one to Hill. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Looking to pass. Tua. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say match up fourth. So they bring out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. So after the run for a yard, here comes 2nd and 9 from the 26. Justin Herbert looking to pass. He'll get this over the middle here to Palmer. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Up the middle with Eckler. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41. Now we're at the 41, 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, Herbert. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. That time, Bradley Chubb shooting in there for the sack. Here's J.K. Scott now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. On the return, it's Rodgers. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. On play action, here's Tua. That's going to be caught downfield by Hill. And out across midfield down to the 45. On 1st down, Tagovailoa. Throw right side, going to be caught here by Waddle. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Now Tua. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. A quick slant to Hill. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on 3rd down. Tua going to throw. They'll swing this out wide. Here's A-Chain. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Tua getting it quickly out to Waddle. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
Holding offense.
So that flag obviously takes away the good yardage that they had on the play.
And talk about a momentum shift, because we can visibly see this celebration shifting from one side of the field to the other as soon as everyone saw the flag.
He'll find Schwartz complete right side. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. And it's caught. Touchdown. Anthony Schwartz from 10 yards out. And the Tigers are able to stretch out their lead. Circle that drive, because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes, because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that pushes the lead up to 11.
And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession.
Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10.
This pass finds its way to Williams. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Herbert now. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert.
And he is caught. And he is going to have the Chargers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Out of the gun, Eckler running it. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Herbert. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
He can really smell 800 catches right now because that last one puts him at 799, knocking on the door.
Back to throw here, Herbert. And his throw here's incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down.
Bradley Chubb in there to get him once again. That's 2 sacks for him now here on opening day. And his kick is good. But he just did tuck it into the bottom of that left corner. And that'll make this an 8-point game.
So 3 points, maybe not a grand prize at this stage, but it does get him back within 1 score.
It certainly does, because now they stay within shouting distance, so that means everyone on your sideline stays engaged in this game. They know they still have a shot.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. And they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
42 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Tua's throw complete here, pulled in by Howard.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
A give up the middle to A-Chain.
And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
From midfield, here's Tua.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers 39. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will
back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood,
as we're about ready to rock and roll for the 4th and final quarter. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. even for those big tight ends.
And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. The former number 3 pick, Joey Bosa, bringing the number that time. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That'll be caught. It's the tight end, Howard. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 27-yard line. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And yet again, it's Howard with a catch. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a first down. Now a give. Running left is Wilson. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on first down, holding them to a short gain.
Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a third down.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That was a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a
touchdown! O.J. Howard, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Tigers are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their fourth-quarter lead. Well, partner, he has carried them in this ball game throwing the football. All 4 touchdowns through the air, and that's really helped them get this nice lead.
And I know it's a team game, but right now, he is truly the focal point. Every touchdown his team has so far has been the result of his arm. How about him throwing it downfield, creating big plays? I don't know how you slow him down unless you can make him uncomfortable in the pocket.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. They started on the ground with Eckler. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd.
Here's Herbert. He's got it to Williams. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Now it's Herbert. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. Now a 2nd and 2.
2nd and 2 at the 40-yard line.
Herbert throwing again. That's complete to Palmer. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down.
That's another Chargers first down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Allen's got it complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches.
Here's Herbert. A little short pass. This is Everett. Well, that'll be enough to keep the drive moving forward. Another first down on the pickup of 5 yards. Herbert operating from the red zone. He's got his man. That's Everett, the tight end. Touchdown, Chargers. Gerald Everett, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Chargers get a bit closer. So this now a 9-point difference. You figure the book here says kick the extra point, make it a 1-score game.
Now, you and I have seen coaches get overly aggressive in this spot, but I agree with you. Kick it here and get back within a score.
Extra point up and good by Dicker, as this gets him back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, whatever the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Tua sets up to pass it. Short pass to Howard. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll be 2nd down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 40-yard line.
Tua going to throw. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. Here's Tua. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. Setting to throw on 1st down is Tua. Finding Waddle crossing the field and bringing it in.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Out of the gun, here's a give to A-Chain. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. They run on 1st down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And he is going to have a 1st down here, and that should be the one that seals a victory. And they'll indeed take a knee. It's A-Chain on the give.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to make it a 2-score game. And his kick is indeed good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you.